last play where White came up and looked like he was trying to foul. I mean, I assume that's what you thought was happening.
Yeah, he was. I mean, I assumed he was about to foul, he was. Pop is known for fouling in those situations. He had his hands out, and I also knew we didn't have any more timeouts left. So, at that point, it just becomes a free throw game. So, probably should have held on to it and just took the foul and let it turn into a free throw game, but it is what it is.
Draymond, what's the instant reaction to that for you in your head, when he doesn't end up fouling and then they get it back to run out the clock?
Damn.
And what do you say? Did you say anything to your teammates after that? Or did they say anything to you when you guys were getting back on defense?
No. Nobody said anything. I felt like that was smartest dunk play in history. I know most people won't see that and kind of put two and two together of what's actually going on there. So very smart play that ended up being dumb as hell.
Draymond, how do you balance the fact that you guys are developing the team at the same time trying to win, and so some nights are going to be frustrating? How do you deal with that?
You just kind of go through your frustrations and try to come out of them on the other side better. I'm not going to sit here and act like you don't get frustrated. Hell, it's going to get frustrated. That's just what it is. But just try to stay the course. Try to be understanding. And just roll with the punches.
So when Steve says he's playing the long game, you get what he's saying?
Yeah, I definitely understand what he's saying. Hell, you can't play the short game. Long season and short game does us no justice. So you gotta play the long game.
What's this like for you this year? I mean, you had obviously the rise of the dynasty last year. Pretty much right away, you knew what that season was going to be. This year, you guys are 12-12. It's win one, lose one, win one, lose one. What's this roller coaster been like for you?
I wouldn't say it's been necessarily much of a roller coaster as far as basketball goes. I think it's been a roller coaster, more of a roller coaster off the floor than as far as basketball goes. As far as us being 12-12, I think we definitely lost some games that we should have won. You got to try to figure out, how to win those games that you're supposed to win. And that hopefully comes with time and growing and playing more together. But I don't think this has been much of a roller coaster on the court. We've lost some games, we've won some games. It's fun group to play with, fun group to be around. Hopefully the wins will come, and they'll start to pile up. But I won't say this season has been much of a roller coaster as far as basketball goes.
Draymond, why do you think you guys have struggled so much through the years in San Antonio?
Well, being that that's probably the most sort of best organization over the course of the last 20 years as far as consistency goes. And being that they play very well at home. And that is a group that, no matter what, no matter who's on the floor, that team is never going to beat themselves. Like, that's just what you kind of know going into it. Anytime you're playing against a pop coach team, they're not going to beat themselves. And when you're at home and you're not going to beat yourself, that kind of gives you an upper leg. You get some teams at home, they turn the ball over, they play to the crowd and get to doing stuff that they can't do. That's not that group. And so, when you make mistakes, they punish you. They make you pay for those. And when you're on the road, I don't care who you're playing, the team punishes you when they make a mistake. When you make a mistake, it's going to be hard to win on the road. So I think that's, goes into the success that they've had against us over the course of years in this building.
Draymond, can you predict when Pop is going to call a timeout and kind of clamp down on the momentum that you guys have? Are you already walking back to the bench because you know?
I don't really pay much attention to it, but if I'm watching the game, I can tell. When you're in the game, you can kind of feel when the timeout is coming, especially with Pop. But it's not something that on the floor you're just out there thinking about. Pop's going to take the timeout right now because we're on the run. Just kind of play the game.
Draymond, Chris Alvarez from ABC7. With the nature of the season and playing back-to-backs like this, do they feel like little playoff series, making adjustments and trying to get the win less than 24 hours from now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as far as a back-to-back go, it doesn't feel like a playoff game, but staying in the city and getting an opportunity to essentially right your wrongs, and come back and try to get a win or get another win. In the case that you win the first one, I've seen some benefits in it, and to be quite frank with you, I've enjoyed it. Having these kind of 2 games against a team back to back, I think, in these crazy times that we're living in, I think the league has probably found something that will be beneficial, not just while dealing with COVID stuff. I think this is a pretty good thing moving forward. So it's been pretty cool, and also gives young guys kind of an opportunity to taste what playoff basketball is like, where you're up against a squad a couple games in a row. That squad is going to key in on what you did well the night before, and the things that you didn't do well, you got an opportunity to correct those mistakes and take advantage of whatever situation it is that can be beneficial for us.